Hey fellas, this is Eric. That's update number 2 on the group build out of your comfort zone. Working on this here truck. I ran into a few snags with this truck. Missing the sheet of sprue or sheet of parts. Missing some engine parts. Missing some suspension parts, and also missing some trim that goes around the window. Also missing the rims. I'm not much of a scratch builder. I've been kind of learning as little pieces as I can when I work on the tanks. With handles and things like that, but nothing of this scale or importance to the model, I guess would be what I'm looking for. But anyway, I've done some work on it while I can. In the meantime, did try to call Minicraft and my wife too, and I'm pretty much on my own because they don't make that model no more. But so I'm thinking maybe a scratch building the rims and some odds and end parts that are missing, and or kind of, I'd kind of like to have in the model. But anyway, this is what I got so far. I've been kind of piddling with it, what I can. I got bits and pieces painted and sub-assembly. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. Anyway, here you get the motor, and I did some detail work in there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. Did spark plug wires and some clamps in around the ignition parts, spark plug parts. But anyway, some of the scratch building I did from the parts that were missing from the sheet was this right here would be probably the alternator or the generator, which I think they were generators back then. But anyway, that was missing, but I made it out of spare tank parts. It came out okay. It's something, something for the eye to see. And then here is a starter, and yeah, that was missing too. So I made that out of spare tank parts. Keep using spare parts, fellas, because you never know, might get you out of a jam. And made a oil pan. Yeah, that was missing on the sprue as well, or the sheet of parts. That's made out of metal. I took I started out with the metal that wraps around a big old paintbrush, and I kind of boogered that up. Didn't work out very well, but I learned from it, and I cut off the bottom of this can. It's got some thin metal on it, and so I did all the measuring and all that, kind of like origami or whatever, how it's pronounced. Whatever. But anyway, so I made it out of that metal, and it came out okay, but that's where it stands right now. I'm kind of liking this model. I kind of wish I had all the parts for it. Kind of makes it easier, a little more enjoyable anyway. But that's cool. Okay, that's just really hitting a sweet spot in my body. There's something about it just really neat. Even if there's missing parts, it's still cool. But anyway, I still like it. I kind of dragging my feet with the missing parts. But anyway, here's that Tiger. Not to change the subject, but I'm going to, because it was there's some comments about it. Wanted to show it to you. I don't know if you can see that. I've read. Anyway. I still got to do some work to it. Anyway, I kind of like it. I rearranged some of the guys that came with it some of their, they had the commander sitting in the driver's seat, so things like that, you know. But I kind of like it. Looks like they're all having a conversation with one another, and the commander's drinking a cup of coffee. But anyway, I also started working on this king tiger. Had to do something to get away from this, because that's sapping the energy out of me, you know. So I started on this, and then it opened up this oil pan to me, you know what I mean? Kind of opened up the creative juices, and anyway, so sometimes you got to step away from the pains and do something that's fun, make the pains more or less painful, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's my update. Hope you all doing well, and all your videos or all your builds are going good, and that you got all your parts. We'll see you guys.